a strategy that they did really well, and we want you to hear the strategy, and then we want you to think about how that works, how that would work for you, or how that's not going to work for you. Today, I picked Brooklyn because Brooklyn had some really great thinking, and she explained her thinking very clearly. But she stumped on one part, and so I think a lot of you were in this position. And so we're going to see what Brooklyn has and what she does, okay? So Brooklyn, can you tell them what you started with?
I started with 12s.
Okay, so you didn't start with 12s. What did you start with here? What's this? Okay, so Brooklyn started with 25. And how did you just count out your 25 from the bucket?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just had 25. Then what did you do? Tell everybody what you did.
I put it all in 12s.
Why did you go to do that?
I split them up.
How did you split them up?
I had this bar of 25, and then I counted 12 out, and I had 12 sticks.
Why? So when I came to your table, you told me, when I came over there to your desk and looked at your cubes, were they like this?
They were in a circle.
Okay, so show them that. I want you to show them how you got to that. How did you make those circle groups?
I counted all 12.
So show them that. Because did you know to put 12 right away?
No, I tried to split them up so I could see.
Okay, so show them how you split them up. So she had her pile of 25, and then she said that she has this pile and this circle pile, and she split them up. It does make a noise. All right, Miss Brooklyn. So how did you know to split them into those piles? What did you do to do that?
I counted and so I can see.
So show them how you counted. I want you to do that.
I put them in out, and then I counted 12 out, and then I saw in the other pile if I had 12.
Well, when you got your cube, let's start back here. So when you got your blocks out, you had that group, right? So then, what was our story problem about?
We had 25 cherries.
And what's going to happen to, so these are your 25 cherries that you got out of the box, right? And then what's going to happen to those 25 cherries?
They're going to get split up.
Okay, why?
Because I couldn't find another way to.
What's happening in our story that's going to tell you about those 25 cherries? What's going to happen to those 25 cherries?
And they're going to get split up in 12s.
Why? Did our story problem say to split your 25 cherries up into 12?
No.
No. What did it say about those 25 cherries?
It split them up.
Into what? How many? Oh, tell Miss Brooklyn. How many groups did we have to split them up into? Oh, why? Why 2 groups?
We split them up in 3
Yeah, but what's happening in my story? What are we doing with those cherries?
We're splitting them up into groups.
Because what's going to happen to those cherries?
They're
They're going
going to get
to get eaten by who?
Isabella.
Okay, so Isabella and I are going to eat some cherries, right? So how many groups did you have to make then?
I had to make 2.
Okay, so here's your 25 cherries that you got out of our class bucket. So how did you turn that into groups for Isabella and I?
I counted out 12 and then
Did you just count the 12?
I had this big group and I told it and I counted 12 and then I counted 12 and put it in another group and then the other group I counted and see if I had 12.
Okay. So why'd you do that?
So it could be a little easier.
Why'd you pick 12?
I didn't really know. I just thought 12 would be a good number.
So she didn't really know. She just picked 12 because she thought she liked that number and it might be good. Have you guys ever just guessed before in math?
No.
You kind of made like an educated guess, so she knew some things. So can you separate it into two piles? So she said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
12.
Then what happened, Brooklyn, after you made your two groups?
Um,
Tell them what happened.
This is hard. I counted and see if I had 25.
Okay, what happened after you, so there's your group of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you counted to see if you had 25, so go back and count for me.
That's hard.
Okay, so what do you need to do real quick? What do you need to do real quick? Go over there and grab it. Because when I came to your desk, you had it.
I was about to ask that she didn't have one because I counted them in my brain.
Good job, Tristan. Okay, so what Brooklyn has done is she guessed 12 went here and 12 went here. And then Brooklyn just realized what happened. Show 'em. So what did so guess what Brooklyn told me? What did you tell me when I came over to you? So you told me about these. How many do they each receive?
12.
So she said they're each going to get 12 what? And then what did you say about this one? Well, what are we going to do with it? She said, I don't know what to do with this. Because with this one, how many people did you have?
Only 2.
And how many cherries do I have left? So Brooklyn just said, I have this extra one sitting over here, and I don't know what to do with this guy. Brooklyn, you want to pick a friend and see if they can help you think about it? Who? Okay. Cadence.
Truly, you have to like split it in half.
What does that mean? Why is she telling you to do that? Can you do that to a cherry?
Yes. You
Okay,
can
so what happens if I split it in half, Cadence?
They would get the same amount.
Okay, so you're saying, Cadence, can you come up here and show me what that looks like? So here's my last little cube. And Cadence is telling me this thing to do called splitting it in half. That's very mathematical. Ooh, so now how are we going to share that? Can you draw in my boxes so Brooklyn can see? Because she drew a really nice picture on her paper. But she doesn't have that guy. So how are we going to draw that to show it in our groups? Can you cut a cherry?
Yes.
Well, okay, so you can't cut your cube. So your manipulative was hard today, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
So, but can we show it on our paper? Could we talk about it like we cut it?
I have a good idea.
You gotta kind of pretend, huh? Okay, so Cadence, how are you gonna show me? Because now I have 12 here and 12 here, and what's happening with this guy? Do it.
One of them.
So do I want to split this one? Do I want to split my 12? Because the 12 came out of here. Which one do I want to split? So now I need to take this one and share it among my friends, right? So how are you going to show me that? Because these halves?
You would give one of them in that group and one of them in that
So could you just show me how you would show that? Okay, one in there and one in there. Nice. Do you mind if I draw a little half cherry in there? Okay. So we're gonna do a smaller one. Are you okay with that? Okay, so how much does each person receive then? Ooh, so Brooklyn's saying 13 now. So am I gonna call this 13?
13 and a half. No,
Oh, it's a 13.
12 and a half.
So is it 13, 13 and a half, or 12 and a half?
12 and a half.
Oh, so Cadence, you're saying 12 and a half? Why is it 12 and a half? Okay, so Cadence said I have 12 up here. So 12, are these halves or are these whole cherries?
Whole.
I get the whole cherry with the seed in it and all, Stephen. So I get to put the whole cherry in my mouth. Well, what happens to this little guy? Is he a whole cherry?
No.
He's just a part of that cherry. He's just a piece of it, right? So this one, wait a minute, where'd your one go? Here he is, this guy. This one breaks into 2 pieces, right? So if I'm going to break him into 2 pieces, he's not the same size as all of these. So if it was 13, what would have to happen?
That would be a hole.
It would be a whole. This wouldn't get split apart. It wouldn't break, right? Right. Okay, so I'm going to write, how do you guys want me to write it? So how much does each friend get?
12 and a half.
Okay, so Brooklyn's still saying 13. So is it 12 and a half? Or is it 13?
13.
Which one is it?
12. 12 and a half.
Ooh, 12.
And a half.
Because we got to talk about this part. So we've got to think about what that part is.
It's a half.
Can we just say 12 and a part right now, Brooklyn? Can I just say 12 and a part? Okay, so let's just call Brooklyn's 12
And a part.
and we're going to say 1 part. That's what I'm going to say right now for Brooklyn. Does that sound good? Does that make sense in your head? Okay, good. All right, so who's number 2? Brooklyn, I want you to listen to number 2 and see if you can think about it, okay? Thank you, Cadence, for your help. All right, Isabella, what color do you want? What color do you want?
I want.
Okay, let's see if everybody should see this.
Can I put this down?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for your help. All right. So, oh no. Okay. It's lunchtime.